in the middle of a war zone, dust in my eyes, heart pounding, and somehow I'm caught in this insane tangle of lies that blew up in everyone's faces. I'm Sheva, G9, and trust me, this wasn't how I thought my deployment would go down. I got to Afghanistan in 2009, right? Stationed at this dusty FOB outside Kandahar. The place was a pressure cooker sweat, Maris, and guys who thought they were Rambo. I was in logistics, making sure convoys had what they needed, which sounds boring but meant I knew everyone's business. Who's slacking? Who's hooking up? Who's smuggling energy drinks? I was good at my job. Okay. People just didn't give me the respect I deserved because I wasn't some grunt humping a ruck. Whatever. If I was a dude, they'd have been fist bumping me for keeping their sorry butts supplied. So, there's this guy, Jace, staff sergeant, built like a tank. Total smolder vibes. We started messing around maybe a month in. It wasn't like I was looking for a ring, he was just there, all intense, sneaking into my bunk after lights out. He'd whisper about how I was the only one who got him, how his wife back home didn't understand the grind. I wasn't trying to be a home wrecker, but come on, deployment's lonely. You need something to keep you sane. Besides, he came on to me first, so don't give me that look. Jace and I had this rhythm going, but then there's this other guy. Colton, total nice guy. Squad leader, always talking about his kid back in Phoenix. He'd show me pictures of this chubby little girl with pigtails, going on about how he was fighting for her. Sweet, sure, but kind of annoying. Like, we're all out here risking our necks. Dude, you're not special. Colton was always checking in on me, asking if I needed anything, which was nice at first. But then it felt like he was keeping tabs. I don't need a babysitter. Thanks. Things got messy during a patrol that went sideways. We were supposed to resupply a checkpoint. The convoy hid an IED, total chaos, smoke everywhere. Guys screaming, QRF scrambling. I was in the rear vehicle, so I didn't see much, but I heard it all over the comms. Jace was out there leading his squad, and Colton's team was supposed to flank. When the dust settled, 2 guys were Kea, and the brass was out for blood. They wanted someone's head for screwing up the rules of engagement. Here's where it gets wild. The LT calls me in, all serious, asking what I saw. I'm like, I was in the back, sir. I didn't see squat, but they're digging, saying someone gave bad intel or didn't follow orders. They start pointing fingers at Colton's squad, saying they moved too slow or didn't secure the perimeter right. I'm thinking, okay, maybe they did mess up, but I don't know. Then Jace pulls me aside that night, all sweaty and intense, saying if they pin it on Colton, it's gonna save his own skin. Apparently, Jace gave some half-baked order during the chaos, and if it comes out, he's done demotion, maybe worse. I'm not gonna lie. My heart's racing. Jace is looking at me like I'm his lifeline, and I'm thinking, if I back him up, we're good, right? He's promising me the moon, saying we'll figure things out when we rotate back stateside. I'm not dumb. I know he's married. But in that moment, I'm all in. So when the investigation ramps up, and they ask me again, I tweak the story a bit. I say I heard Colton's squad arguing over comms, like they weren't sure where to go. I didn't say it was definitely Colton's fault, just implied it, enough to shift the heat between us. I didn't think it'd go that far. I figured Colton would get a slap on the wrist, maybe some extra duty, but the brass ran with it. They court-martialed him for negligence, saying his delay cost lives. I'm sitting there during the hearing, watching Colton's face, and he's just broken. He kept saying he followed orders, but my testimony was the nail in his coffin. They stripped his rank, kicked him out with a dishonorable discharge. Word got back that his ex used it to take full custody of his kid. Like, he's not even allowed to see her anymore. That hit me for a second. But honestly, he should have been sharper out there. You snooze, you lose. Right. Jace was all grateful after, sneaking me extra MRE desserts, pulling me into dark corners for quick makeouts. I thought we were solid, but then this chicken comms, some nosy little thing named Tara, starts giving me side-eye. She's all buddy-buddy with the other wives. And I'm like, mind your business. Girl, in my head, I'm calling her every name in the book. She's got this fake smile, acting like she's better than me. I heard she was spreading rumors, saying I was too cozy with Jace. I wanted to scream. You're just jealous because nobody's sneaking into your bunk. You prude. Things started unraveling when Jace got weird. He'd dodge me in the mess hall, act like we weren't a thing. I'm thinking, what's your deal? Dude, I'd text him on our burner phones. Yeah, we had those don't judge, and he'd take forever to reply. One night, I corner him behind the motor pool, and he's all, Sheva, We gotta cool it. People are talking. I'm fuming. Like, you begged me to cover your butt, and now you're ghosting me. I didn't say that out loud, but I was steaming. I played it cool, though, all sweet, saying, sure, whatever you need. Inside, I'm plotting. If he thinks he can ditch me, he's got another thing coming. I started noticing Tara and her little clique whispering whenever I walked by. I'm not paranoid. Okay. But they were definitely up to something. Then, out of nowhere, the CO calls me in. My stomach drops, thinking they're on to me and Jace. But no, it's worse. Someone leaked an email I sent Jace stupid. I know, but it was just flirty stuff. Problem is, it mentioned the patrol, how I helped him out. The CO's looking at me like I'm dirt, asking if I lied under oath. I'm sweating bullets, but I stick to my story. No, sir. I said what I saw. They don't buy it, but they don't have proof. Yet, word spreads like wildfire. Suddenly, I'm the FOB's resident villain. Guys who used to joke with me now avoid me. My squad's giving me the cold shoulder, like I'm the one who got people killed. I'm like, y'all are tripping? I was doing my job, but deep down, I'm panicking. I try talking to Jace, but he's full on checked out. Won't even look at me. I'm thinking, you spineless jerk. This is your mess too. I'm not going to take the fall alone. No way. Then Tara, that witch post on some military spouse Facebook group. Doesn't name me, but it's obvious. Something about a certain logistics chick who thinks she's slick. The post blows up, and next thing I know, it's all over vet TikTok. People are dragging me, saying I ruined Colton's life, calling me a liar, a homewrecker, everything. I'm scrolling through it at 2A, my chest tight, thinking, how did this even happen? I didn't sign up to be public enemy number 1. The brass starts digging again, and this time, they're not playing. They pull my emails, cross-check comms logs, even talk to Jace. He folds like a cheap lawn chair, saying he never asked me to lie, that I misunderstood his orders. I'm like, are you serious right now? I'm in full damage control, telling the CO it's a witch hunt, that Tara's out to get me because she's jealous. They don't care. They hit me with perjury charges, and before I know it, I'm on a dust-off back to the States. My career torched, dishonorable discharge, no benefits, nothing. Back in Phoenix, I'm crashing at my cousin's, trying to figure out my next move. I'm scrolling Facebook one day, and there's Jace, posting pics with his wife, all smiles, like nothing happened. I'm seething. He got off with a demotion, kept his benefits, and now he's playing happy family. Meanwhile, I can't get a job because my discharge is like a scarlet letter. I'm thinking, if I was a guy, they wouldn't have come down this hard. It's not fair. Then I see Colton's sister post something. She's got a GoFundMe for him, saying he's living in some rundown apartment, fighting to see his kid. The comments are brutal, all about how I screwed him over. I'm like, he should have been better at his job. Then none of this would have happened. But honestly, it stings a little. Not because I feel bad, okay? Maybe a tiny bit, but because everyone's acting like I'm the devil. I was just trying to survive out there. Same as them. Tara's still out there, posting her perfect life, probably laughing at me. I think about messaging her, telling her to back off. But what's the point? Nobody's on my side. My cousin's even starting to give me grief, saying I need to own my mistakes. I'm like, what mistakes? I did what I had to do. I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. Jace played me, Colton dropped the ball, and Tara's just a hater. If they want to paint me as the bad guy, fine. I don't care anymore. All right? So you thought that mess in Afghanistan was the end of my story? Buckle up, because things got even wilder when I landed back in Phoenix. I'm Shava, still 29. And let me tell you, I didn't expect my life to spiral like this. But here we are. I'm spilling this like it's 2A, and you're the only one I trust with the tea. After that whole court-martial disaster, I'm back stateside, crashing at my cousin Leah's tiny apartment in Phoenix. It's a dump peeling paint, a couch that smells like old beer, and Leah's constantly side-eyeing me like I'm a ticking bomb. I'm trying to keep it together. But my dishonorable discharge is like a neon sign screaming unemployable. Nobody's hiring someone with that kind of baggage, especially not in logistics where trust is everything. I'm scraping by on odd jobs bartending here, dog walking there, but it's barely enough for rent. Leah keeps dropping hints about me figuring my life out. And I'm like, girl, I'm trying. Okay. In my head, I'm thinking she's just jealous. I've got stories she'll never have. So I'm scrolling Facebook one night, and I see Jace. Yeah, that Jace, the one who threw me under the bus. He's posting these cozy family pics with his wife, all smiles at some kid's birthday party. I'm fuming. He gets to play happy husband while I'm eating ramen for the third night in a row. I'm not obsessed or anything, but I check his profile way more than I should. Between us, I wanted to message him just to remind him I exist, but I hold off. Barely. Instead, I'm venting to my one friend from the FOB who still talks to me. This guy named Dex. He's a mechanic, super chill, always got my back. He's like, Shaiva, let it go. That dude's trash. But I'm not ready to hear that. I'm thinking Jace owes me for saving his sorry butt. Then there's this new guy, Vance. I met him at the bar where I'm slinging drinks. He's a regular ex-Marine, all tattoos and quiet confidence. He's got this vibe like he's seen some stuff but doesn't brag about it. We start talking, and he's actually listening, not just waiting for his turn to speak. One night, we're closing up, and he offers to drive me home. I'm like, sure, why not? Things escalate, and suddenly we're hooking up in his truck. It's not love or anything, but it's a distraction, and I need that. Vance is different from Jace, less intense, more steady, but I'm not trying to get attached. I'm just having fun. You know, here's where it gets messy again. I'm still pissed about Colton's sister and her stupid GoFundMe. It's blowing up online, and people are eating it up, calling me the villain who ruined his life. I'm like, he was a grown man. He should have handled his business, but it's getting under my skin. I'm at work one night, and this random chick comes in, recognizes me from some vet TikTok drama. She's all loud, saying, aren't you the one who got that poor guy court-martialed? I play it cool, laugh it off. But inside, I'm raging. I'm thinking, mind your own business, you nosy little thing. I don't say it, but I'm mentally tearing her apart. I'm good at keeping my face sweet while my brain's throwing shade. Vance notices I'm off and asks what's up. I tell him bits and pieces, nothing too deep, just enough to make it sound like I was caught in a bad situation. I'm like, they pinned it all on me, but I was just doing my job. He nods, doesn't push, which is why I like him, but then he starts getting too comfortable, asking about my plans, saying stuff like, you could do better than this bar. I'm thinking, slow down. Dude, I'm not your project. I don't need another Colton trying to save me. I start pulling back, being all hot and cold, because I can't deal with anyone getting too close right now. Meanwhile, I'm still checking that Facebook group where Tara and her clique are trashing me. They're not naming me outright, but it's obvious posts about some people who think they're above the rules. I'm tempted to clap back, but I know it'll make things worse. Instead, I start posting my own stuff. Vague little updates about living my truth and haters gonna hate. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fishing for likes, trying to show I'm unbothered. But deep down, I'm spiraling. Every time I see Colton's name pop up, my stomach twists. Not because I feel guilty, okay? Maybe a tiny bit, but because it's like the whole world's ganging up on me. Then, plot twist, I get a call from some lawyer working on Colton's appeal. Apparently, he's fighting to clear his name, and they're digging into my testimony again. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. My heart's pounding, and I'm thinking, how is this still following me? The lawyer's all polite, but I can tell he's fishing. He asks if I want to clarify anything from my statement. I'm sweating, but I stick to my story. I said what I said. Sir, I don't know what else you want. Inside, I'm freaking out, thinking they've got something new. Did Jace say something? Did Tara leak more emails? I'm paranoid, checking my phone every 5 minutes, expecting the MPs to show up at Leah's door. I tell Vance about it, playing it like I'm the victim. They're trying to drag me through the mud again. He's sympathetic, but I can see he's starting to wonder. He's like, you sure you don't want to just come clean? I'm thinking, come clean about what? I didn't do anything wrong, but I'm sweet to his face, all teary-eyed, saying, I just want this to be over. It works, he backs off, even buys me dinner. I'm not proud of it, but I know how to play the damsel card when I need to. In my head, I'm like, if he can't handle my baggage, that's his problem. Things take a turn when Leah gets wind of the lawyer stuff. She's all, Shava, you need to stop dodging this. It's gonna catch up with you. I'm like, catch up with what? I didn't do anything they can prove. But she's not having it. She starts talking about how I'm toxic and need to own my part. I'm thinking, you're my cousin, not my therapist. Back off. I don't say it, but I start avoiding her, staying out later, crashing at Vance's sometimes. He's got a decent place, and it's better than Leah's judgy vibe. Then the hammer drops. I'm at the bar, mid-shift. When my phone blows up with notifications, someone, probably Tara, that sneaky little thing, leaked a recording. Yeah, A freaking recording of me and Jace. From back at the fee. It's grainy, but it's us. Talking about the patrol. Him telling me to steer the story toward Colton. I don't know who got it or how, but it's everywhere Facebook. TikTok, even some local news blog picks it up. The comments are brutal. She's a liar. She ruined a good man's life. Hope she rots. I'm shaking. Trying to pour a beer, and the glass slips. Shatters all over the floor. My boss is like, Shaiva, get it together. But I'm barely holding it in. I call Jace, because who else am I supposed to turn to? He doesn't pick up. I text him, you see this? You gonna let me take the fall again? No response. I'm thinking, you coward, you're the one who started this. I'm so mad I could scream, but I'm also scared. The lawyer calls again, and this time, he's not asking nicely. They're reopening the investigation, and now I'm looking at real charges perjury, maybe worse. I'm thinking, this is not my fault. If Jace had owned up, or if Colton had been sharper, or if Tara wasn't such a hater, I wouldn't be here. The bar fires me the next day. My boss says it's because of the broken glass, but I know it's the drama. Customers are whispering, pointing me out like I'm some kind of criminal. I'm like, y'all don't even know the whole story. But nobody cares. Vance starts pulling away too, saying he's got his own stuff to deal with. I'm thinking, typical. Soon as it gets real, you bail. I don't need him anyway. I'm better off alone. Leah finally kicks me out, saying she can't deal with my chaos. I'm like, fine. I don't need your pity couch. I move into this cheap motel, burning through my last few bucks. I'm scrolling through that cursed Facebook group, and there's a new post Colton's appeal went through. He's getting his rank back. Maybe even his benefits. People are cheering for him, calling him a hero. Meanwhile, I'm the one who's lost everything my career, my rep. My friends? I see Jace's wife post about their anniversary. All heart emojis and my rock nonsense. I'm thinking, if I was a guy, they'd have let this slide. It's because I'm a woman that they're piling on. I'm not going to cry about it, though I did what I had to do out there. If Colton couldn't handle the heat, that's on him. If Jace wants to play innocent, that's his choice. And Tara. She's just a jealous nobody who'll never know what it's like to survive a deployment. I'm sitting in this motel, eating cold pizza, thinking, let them talk. I'm still standing, but between us, sometimes I wonder how it all went so wrong. Not that I'd change anything. I don't regret my choices. Just how it all turned out. Everyone else can keep pointing fingers, but I'm done caring.